What's up, guys, and welcome to another video of DevTalks with your host Travian, where we talk about everything engineering and technology wise. And in this video, we're going to be covering MrBeast. Apparently, he came out with some new AI thumbnail stuff, so we're going to dive into it, see what he has to say, and then I want to get my thoughts on it as well too. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's dive right in.
There's a new way to make professional-looking viral thumbnails with zero Photoshop experience. And the best part is, this new method works in every niche. Whether you do gaming, cooking, beauty, this works for all of them. From creating custom results from any channel to literally being able to put your face on a thumbnail, it literally feels like cheating. This is the home of the AI tool where you can type in any channel on all of YouTube and it will use it as inspiration for the thumbnail it's generating. So for example, let's say you're MrBeast. You would just type in MrBeast here. Now it's gonna look at all my recent videos and get inspiration from them. And for the prompt, I'm gonna type in stranded on a volcano. And there you go, we now have a thumbnail with me dangling on the side of a volcano. This is perfect for inspiration, and if you do a couple iterations with the system, this is how you can literally generate your thumbnails going forward. Now let's say you don't wanna take inspiration from a YouTube channel, you don't have to.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you took inspiration from another channel, I feel like that's somewhat of stealing what that person used for their thumbnails and everything. Like, you're kind of stealing how they structure their own thumbnails. You're not doing the work yourself. You're finding a loophole to get through it all, and that's how you're overall deciding how to go about this. But at the same time, when I say that comment, YouTubers on their own steal thumbnail designs from other YouTubers. So if this isn't a way of encouraging stuff that already happens, in a sense, because people already do this crap. They do, and we're not going to sit here and lie. If anybody says that they don't do this, then you're wrong, because they clearly do steal from other content creators on their thumbnails and their designs and stuff like that, so that their videos can pop out an algorithm the same kind of way. So this AI system, in a sense, would be doing the same thing that other content creators already do. Is it right or wrong? I'll let y'all decide that. I like doing my own stuff. I like taking inspiration from some people and kind of doing some things, but not completely copying notes. There's a difference to it.
As you can see here, I have a very descriptive prompt describing a Minecraft block that is glowing rainbow colors and vibrant Minecraft grass with trees in the background with no YouTube inspiration. So now let's hit generate, and I think you're gonna be impressed with what this comes up with. I have not altered this in any way. Look at this thumbnail it came up with. That is actually insane. All from one single prompt and no inspiration from any other channel. You can type literally anything you want and it will generate a thumbnail for you in a style that will make a viral YouTube video. And step 3, to show you how all out we went on this AI thumbnail tool, you can also copy a URL from any YouTube video. We'll just paste this one I have here. And in the prompt box, just tell it what to change in the thumbnail. To demonstrate, I have this F1 thumbnail with an F1 car. And so in the prompt, I'm just gonna simply type in change F1 car to minivan. That is all I'm typing in. I'm gonna hit generate. Let's see what it produces. And boom, it's done. I'm not even joking. Look, it swapped out the F1 race car for a minivan. That was it. I just typed in a prompt and it swapped it. This is crazy. If you really like the thumbnail you're generating, but not the face on it, don't worry. We have this face swap tool that you can click, upload a face you do like, and it will instantly swap it onto the thumbnail. To show you how simple this is, I'm gonna take a photo of my face. Okay, I'm now gonna hit face swap and take the thumbnail from this to this automatically. I could go on, but this is the future of YouTube thumbnails. No more complicated Photoshop and having to get a PhD in how to edit things and figure out what 1,000 buttons do. Now, you can literally just type into a prompt what you want and it'll give it to you.
So when it comes to it automatically generating its own stuff off of inspiration, who knows where they're drawing this information from to be able to create these thumbnails. And I think this is a cool concept in a way overall of finding ways for people to save time, especially like when you look at this when you look at this F1 example, right? Hey, you're able to switch out stuff. You're able to change different things. You can add your face into here a lot easier by taking a picture of yourself and adding yourself into this. Like, I think these are all cool concepts in a sense. But one of the things that I heard, and I heard that there's a lot of controversy which led to this video being taken down and everything. And the one thing that I heard is that it's $80. I don't even think any of the, actually, Gemini costs more than that now, but for something like this, like $80, that seems like really excessive. That's not anything for like smaller content creators. You know how hard it is for them to commit to $80 a month to use something like this? And that's going to lead me to my whole next point, because even though we have, even though wrong one, even though we have Mr. Beast's video here and everything, I did find that apparently an apology post from him that I actually want to pull up. So I'm going to pull that up real quick in 1 second, y'all. But apparently he made an apology in regards to everything, and I just need this to update. There we go. And we can come back into here that I saw on drama alert. And the apology is basically right here. And what he basically said is, I see everyone's feedback on the tool and I'm working on a way to make it all right. The easiest being the face swap should only swap to your face on your thumbnail, obviously not others. Secondarily, I'll build this more way to be inspiration for artists, a tool that they can use, not to replace them, which is another big thing. But at the same time, how many people out there are using outsourced artists to own personal artists for designing thumbnails and everything? I feel like I've watched only reactionary content almost mainly now on this channel, on my channel, and especially on this channel, that you don't really see any like crazily edited art thumbnails that I be watching on YouTube. But I'm sure there's people out there that do that, so I can understand that point, because we've talked about AI taking over the art industry, and we've done so many videos on how this could be possible of damaging art stuff. And I've seen people reacting to it and saying that they used this tool and it was complete shit and it sucked and it was this is like a terrible thing. Another thing he said is his goal with view stats is to build tools at a level playing field between people like me with 300 employees and new creators that can't afford a small army. I can't change the software in an instant, but I definitely make a lot of updates to implement on this feedback. Exclusive statement from MrBeast. So he made this statement, and the reason why the small creators and the big ones is, I believe, is because of the price point, right? Yes, this is going to help small creators with their time and efficiency, but this is going to help anybody with their time and efficiency. And the thing is, we're going to see more tools do stuff like this as time goes on. We're going to see way more tools come out. They're going to come out and do this. We're not going to have any issues with this. We're going to be able to build off of it. Making content's going to get a lot easier. You're not going to need all these different people. And like, say, one of the reasons why this is this mentions something about replacing artists is because, say those people who do hire artists for their thumbnails, hey, now they don't need these specific artists to now go about, do their thumbnails, work in that kind of sense, and be able to be and they just don't need the extra person who edits their thumbnails and stuff in that sense. Especially, I think it depends on how much you would be paying them. Like this, that's why it also seems like more of a tool for a big creator. If this was such a big thing where you can't, like, the big creator might be paying a certain amount to their editors, right, for whoever creates their thumbnails, right? If this is $80 and that's less than how much they're paying I'm sure they're paying their person less than $80 a month. So I guess in a sense that price point would make sense and kind of eat away at that person's job that they have. But at the end of the day, one, it's inevitable because it's going to happen, and smaller creators who do start to get money and never hired an editor for that specific reason will not go out and buy an editor or purchase an editor. But also really fresh content creators, new content creators, they won't be able to do this. Like for me, it won't be able to do this. I'm going to use a snapshot somewhere and go through all of this stuff and make my own thumbnail later today. I like doing, for me personally, how I like to do stuff, especially before I hire or I use a tool. I want to learn how to do it myself first, and then once when I know how to do it myself, I try to upgrade and do better and just make better content. And then I might find a way to outsource it once when I start making some money or anything, depending on this project. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm really interested in what you guys have to think about this. If you used it, let me know about your experiences. I don't want to listen to only one person about their experiences on a tool that they probably don't even use and stuff, or that they barely used, or they're just being nitpicky and things like that. Like, I'm not going to go out there and pay for this tool and test it out. Probably I would if I was making a video on it that would do really well, but at this point in my time, I don't think it's right for me to go out and do something like that unless it was on my personal channel. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out my description. I have a bunch of social media links where we're posting a bunch of content and other stuff at other places. And then also, you can send me an email at devtalkspod@gmail.com if you have any recommendations for anything you want me to cover and find any topics and stuff like that. Without further ado, peace. See you next time.